Age, state, who you voted for.
I'm just gonna, well, fine, 37 Florida Harris. I'm just gonna let you know your context is shit. No one understands the syntax within your statement that is on your screen right there.
You're a friendly coming
Mega,
up here
go to
critiquing
source,
me.
trust me, bro. Yeah, I'm saying the syntax makes no sense. The context, there's none there. I would structure it better. That's why you're getting no money, by the way. Trying to help you out, man.
How do? Hold on. Who the hell do you think you are? I mean, seriously.
Okay,
I
if you
just
don't need my
started
help,
the
drop me.
fucking.
That's
I
fine.
just started
Okay.
the freaking live stream. Just started it. I get a good fucking traction. I hit a fucking algorithm. Who do you think you are coming up here telling me what the fuck to do with my goddamn live
You're
stream?
right. All right, sorry, man. You're emotional. You can't take criticism. It's okay.
No, you know
It's all
what?
right. Your mama didn't teach you well. Your mama didn't teach you well.
You
Okay.
just got a boot in your motherfucking ass. It's the American fucking way.
Like,
Who the fuck's
seriously?
next for me to play with?
Hey, Digi was in the comments. I don't know if she wants to come up or if she's still in here.
Um, nope, don't see her.
Okay. I
All
just
right,
came
you,
up until
age,
you get
state, who you
somebody.
fucking voted for.
23 Missouri and Donald John Daddy Trump.
Don't play fucking games with me. I'm not in the mood for games. Why'd you vote for Trump?
Yeah, you're also disabled, so you're not really in the mood for shit.
Why'd you vote for Trump?
Yeah, just tell me what school you live by so I can tell everybody to go take their
One,
kids at the school.
2, 3. Why'd you vote for Trump?
Because he's a lot better than women.
Why don't you get out of the fucking fish tank and fucking answer that question again? Why'd you vote for Trump?
Because it was a man versus a woman, so I chose the man.
Oh, so you're just a misogynist little prick.
Yes! Predator. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what you are.
I'm a
you're
predator
nothing but
because I
trash.
voted for a man? What the fuck?
Yeah, you're garbage.
Oh, that makes me a predator?
No, you're a misogynist.
Are you disabled?
I didn't
You
say a
called me-
predator.
Oh, I want to be a predator.
Oh, wow, you can actually read. You read my bio. Oh, my God.
What? What the fuck is wrong with this dude?
Yeah. You asked me if I was really disabled. Wow, you read my bio. Oh, my God. Congratulations. Your Missouri education really paid the fuck off because it doesn't pay off for most motherfuckers from Missouri.
Oh. It's like a 50-50 state, though.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
No.
it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, see, they just push you along here. You know, you couldn't do the fucking work, so, you know, they just go ahead and, oh, well, we can't. He's getting too old. Can't hold him back. Got to push him on to the next grade, even though you don't know how to fucking add, subtract, multiply, divide.
Okay.
Don't know nothing about history, you know.
Because a disabled person told me I don't know how to do that. Got it.
How do you even know what my disability is?
I don't know, but you're disabled and you just told me I don't know how to do math, multiply, and there's a lot of different forms of disabled, so.
Yeah.
I
You're
said,
worthless as hell.
no, I just love Trump.
No. No, you're just a misogynist little freak. That's what you are.
Yeah, I mean, if misogynist, if whatever word you call me helps you cope
Well, you
with
said the only reason
losing.
you voted for him was because he was a man.
Yes.
That's the only reason. So that means that you're a misogynist.
You can call whatever you want to, but yeah.
Because a very qualified, educated woman, you wouldn't vote for her.
Wait, that bitch was not. She's not qualified.
Oh, no, you're not going to talk to her like... You're not
She
going to
doesn't.
mention, say
You
words
don't
like
have
that
to stick
about
up
her.
for her. She's not gonna fuck you, gang. She's not. She's
Oh,
not
I
gonna.
don't want to.
No, she likes to sleep her way to the top, and you're not high enough of power to even get to sleep with her, bro. That's another man's job.
You know
That's
what?
a
You
higher.
didn't cost me enough violations, so goodbye. You just got a boot in your ass.
He
Mister
just like
H-State, who you voted for?
25, New Jersey. I'm an independent who voted for Trump.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why'd you vote for Trump?
I felt he was more qualified than Kamala Harris during
Oh,
his
really?
presidential fantasies. Watching his interviews and actually seeing the debates he was in, he was much more linguistic with his words.
He was in 2 fucking debates. One, he got his ass whooped by Joe Biden, who was sick as fuck, and then the other one, he got his ass whooped by Kamala Harris.
I beg to
He's
differ on
literally
the
the
Joe
most
Biden one.
inarticulate human being on the planet.
What qualifications did Trump fucking have? I mean, seriously.
So he's a former president before this term he's in right now. So already he has overqualifications compared to Kamala Harris, who was a vice president, which is meant to just be a substitute for the president.
Kamala Harris actually served in each and every fucking branch of fucking government. So that actually put her more qualified than him. Plus, she actually technically was the president of the United States for about an hour and a half.
For an hour and a half, that's great. Trump had 4 years.
And we didn't get into a war, did we?
Yeah, Trump destroyed
no.
the economy.
Hey, shut
Trump
up.
didn't pay attention to
Hold
COVID.
on. We're gonna. Slay's taking this, and then he'll open the panel up to everyone.
So
Okay,
if you
I'm
want to
sorry.
say that,
That's
again,
okay.
Trump, you want to bring up the Iran conflict, sure, we could do that. Let's talk about also Israel versus Gaza. Let's talk about that one real quick, because that happened under Biden.
Did Biden actually send over troops to blow people up over there?
No, we did nothing, and we allowed more people to die over there.
Awesome.
But we allowed to send Israel,
awesome.
right?
Awesome.
So you support then the fact we send money
Trump
to Israel.
is over there committing war crimes now.
No war crimes
and you're
have been
okay
committed.
with this?
No war crimes have been committed.
Okay. Oh, so you're not up with the news then?
If you're going to bring up the bridges, blowing up the bridge, that
apparently
does
last
not
night
count.
we hit civilian bridges and waterways last night.
Bridges do not count as a.
How do they not count? How do they not
Because the
count? You're
military
taking
all-
people's water away. People cannot get in or out of.
Get you 10 times harder.
Because blowing up a bridge that is used by any form of military personnel is not considered a war crime. It is considered an actual military target.
Well,
Because
I guess
those
you're going to
bridges-
find out when your president gets fucking brought up on charges through the ICC, right? And then he better not go to fucking New York, because goddamn, I hope Mindani holds true on his fucking thing when fucking Bibi shows up in fucking New York and has his ass arrested, because then we need to do the same goddamn thing to Trump.
You know he
Put
can't do
cuffs
that,
on his
right?
punk ass and ship his ass to the ICC.
The ICC, we do not recognize them. Actually, in our law, we actually have a thing that where if anyone is arrested by the ICC, we are allowed to go in and take them back.
Oh, well, I'm going to vote that we don't do that anyway. I'm going to say that they should take Trump. They need to come in and just take his punk ass away and lock his ass up.
Okay,
Don't
so
even
why
give
haven't
him
they done
due
it then yet?
process. They don't even need to give him due process, as far as I'm concerned. Trump don't deserve due process because.
So you're saying an American citizen doesn't deserve due process at all?
He don't deserve it.
But you're saying that he doesn't deserve his rights, correct?
Nope, he don't deserve anything
So you'd rather violate the
except a prison
Constitution,
cell.
correct? That's what you want.
For him, I would. For him, I would throw the Constitution out the window. For him, yes, violate every constitutional right he has because he doesn't want to respect our constitutional rights.
He's been respecting our constitutional rights, my guy.
No, he hasn't. He's violated the first, the second, the fourth, the fifth, the 14th, the 19th, the fucking 22nd,
can you name
the
each one of those
23rd.
violations he's done then?
First Amendment, he took away fucking the right to the AP being in the press conferences. He also said that burning an American flag would be punishable by a year in fucking imprisonment. That violates our freedom of assembly. He's pushing this motherfucking Christian fucking shit on us. That violates our
press
fucking
conferences has
freedom
he
of
vi-
fucking
has he taken
religion.
away? What's press conferences?
When he barred him from the press pool, and it took the fucking Supreme Court to say, "Hey, dude, you can't do that."
So he said something, and then the Supreme Court said, "Hey, you can't do that," and then we moved on, right?
Yeah,
Do
it
we
was a
actually
violation
still-
of the fucking First Amendment. He violated your Second Amendment in his first term when he banned bump stocks. And then he
So-
also did say that we should just take all the fucking guns and then ask questions later. Boy, that's a violation of your fucking Second Amendment.
So
wants to take
you're for bumps.
Firearms away from transgender people because he claims that they have a fucking mental illness. Well, that's a violation of the fucking Second Amendment. The Second Amendment says cannot be infringed according to you all maniacs that are loving that fucking Second Amendment.
We can gladly talk about the Second Amendment, but again, you say y'all.
No, we're not
offend
going to
the
because I don't fucking care about your Second Amendment, to be honest with
If you don't care, then
Mine's
why
been
are you bringing it up
infringed.
in the
If
talking
mine's
point?
been infringed on, so I don't think anybody should have a Second Amendment fucking right.
How is your Second Amendment been infringed upon?
Because I'm legally fucking blind, they won't let me have a fucking gun.
So because you have a disability, you are not allowed to own a gun. Why
Yep.
would you need to own a gun if you're disabled?
Because why can't I have one in my house for protection?
What happens if you accidentally fire it off and hit someone that you're not supposed to hit?
Well, you should be coming through my goddamn door unannounced, right?
What happens if it's one of your family members you accidentally shoot?
At least I would know when they're coming in my fucking door.
How do you know? You just said you're legally
Because
blind.
I do know.
You're
not
legally
gonna
blind.
sit there and fucking. It doesn't fucking matter. It violated my fucking
though.
Second Amendment.
You can't accurately see something, therefore you can't accurately determine if it's a target or not. That's why.
Well, you know what? That's for the law to figure that out. If I do say shoot somebody, right?
They have figured it out.
Is that
That's
up
why
for
I said
you
can't
to
own a
tell
gun.
me I can't have one? Is that up to you to tell me I can't have one just because you feel like saying I shouldn't have one, but you can?
You told me you're not
if you
allowed
come
to own
my
a gun.
fucking so
correct?
if you come to my house strapped, I have no defense against you whatsoever because well, I would because I guarantee you, if you came to my house strapped and you pulled it, you better use it before I get a chance to put you down. Because if I put you down, you're gonna look awful fucking funny after it's all said and done, and I call the ambulance and they have to come pick you up and take you to the ER because they're gonna have to figure out how to extract that thing from your asshole. Because that's where I'm gonna shove the son of a bitch. I'm not gonna do anything else with it, except shove it up there as far as I can get the fucker up there.
Why are you talking about my asshole? That's fucking weird, dude. You're fucking weird.
You know what? You're pissing me the fuck off, so I'm gonna mute.
Womp womp.
Suck my asshole.
Womp,
I'm gonna
womp.
restart after you're done talking. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to talk to this bitch, and then I'm gonna restart.
So I have a question, if you don't mind, for all of you.
No.
Shut up, bitch.
No, I want to actually say something here, and this is an honest question. You claim that
MySpace, would you like to go to speak to Mr. Loco?
Yeah,
no,
Mr. Bitch.
I'm good.
again, I'm waiting for the claim. You guys claim MAG is in a cult, right? Yes, no? Okay. So I actually want to make the argument for the fact that you guys are in the cult. It's quite funny, actually. You want to and sit here and act like MAG is the problem, but yet you don't want to hear us act. It's quite funny.
How is it quite funny that you support a freaking rapist freaking president? A felon. So
Am I allowed to
how is
speak
that
now?
funny? How is that funny? Because we're not laughing.
No, you guys are still laughing here. You guys are sitting here and constantly needing to be on live and actually use Trump in order for you guys to.
Well, if we're constantly online talking about Trump, you obviously are constantly online watching us talk about Trump.
No, I'm just
So,
doom scrolling my
what's
lives and
that
I see you
mean?
guys come up.
Yeah, so, and? Which point?
My point here is you're sitting here, and once 2028 comes around and he is voted out, it's going to be very funny when you guys don't have any way to make money. You know that?
We don't make money off of TikTok. What the hell are you talking about? Are you
know about
freaking kidding me? Do the statistics, dude. You don't make money off of this.
You can. I've made
Not
money off
for
of TikTok.
political.
You can make money off of TikTok.
Well, you can't live off of it.
No, some people do.
Well, yeah, who? You?
No, I know a good amount of people that have. There's a lot of creators on here that do that. If you actually get with the times and actually decide to look into it, you can make a career off of content making. But if you're
who
clearly got
cares?
stuff in the past, then by all means, don't make money off of something like this.
How is it the past when we're currently living through it? Come on, dude, make it make sense. God damn.
Wait, how is it the past if we're currently living through it?
You
do
said
realize
if
that-
we're living in the past, how are we living in the past about talking about Trump?
because your mentality is still stuck in the past.
He's currently the president.
I'm talking about how
Oh
you guys
my
are.
God, is your IQ not keeping up with the freaking conversation?
No, you're not, because we're talking
No,
about how you can
you're
make money
not
off
because
of TikTok.
you said it. You said it. How are we living in the past if he is currently the president?
Because you're sitting here.
Present day.
Can you go ahead and actually let me speak and not talk over me?
Well, I don't know. It depends on how much of an ass you're gonna be.
Not being an ass, I'm simply pointing out the fact here
No,
that you guys said-
you've been a sarcastic ass since you've been up here. Go ahead.
Ooh, I'm allowed to speak now. Okay, so you. You done yet?
I'm not muting you, by the way. That's why I laughed because somebody else did.
I'm saying, are you done yet?
Oh, I think you'll know when we're done. Go ahead.
I mean, gladly, I'll go ahead and talk about the fact that you can easily make money off of
Okay,
TikTok.
you said it 4 fucking times. Make your point. Let's go.
My point here I'm making is that you said that you can't make money off of it, and I just proved that you can.
No. We were talking about the comment you made about living in the past, about a current president that we're talking about.
I said
That's
you're
where
living
we
in the
were
past
at.
when it
So
comes... No,
you
we were
done
talking about
went
living...
you done went back 2 conversations. We are talking about the statement that you made about us living in the past.
Ma'am, what we were talking about was the fact you're living in the past when it comes to making money off of TikTok.
I don't
because you
care
can't.
if people make money off of here. I said we don't. We don't.
But
I didn't
yet you
talk
do, 'cause
about
your
any
costs
other
are still online,
creators.
so
I didn't talk about anybody else. I said we don't. We don't.
But again, I'm pointing out here that once 2028 comes around and you don't have Trump to use anymore, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Because again,
why are you why are you worried about what we will and what we won't do?
Because it's just funny seeing how obsessed you people are with him. You're so obsessed with him more than his supporters. You know that, right?
No, that's a lie.
No, it's true.
No, because it was all supporters who tried to unalive him. So no.
You're sitting here obsessed with him.
You're sitting here trying to argue about what our panel's about. If you don't have anything to debate, then you can just go.
Is your panel about MAGA?
About how disgusting y'all can be, yeah.
Is your so your panel is about MAGA? Who's at the center of MAGA?
Well, you're trying to do a pretty good job about being a spokesperson for him.
No, I'm not. I'm an independent, like I told you.
No, it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like you're up their ass.
No.
Independents are
just like seeing people.
You said Trump. You said Trump more than I have. So obviously you're a right-leaning independent.
Yeah, I'll right-lean independent all I want. I don't care. Again, Kamala Harris didn't really have much of a platform to use. She didn't really speak out to the people. That's why she lost in her election.
That's a bunch of shit.
How? Name the amount of interviews she took
Because
part
I
of.
volunteered for the Harris Waltz campaign. I know this for a fact.
So again, how many interviews was she a part of? How many things did she
A
volunteer
million.
for? A million. So when she was offered to go on Joe Rogan, why
Sorry,
didn't she go?
MySpace. I didn't mean to talk over you. Were you done? You can continue. I'll mute up.
No, baby, you're fine. Go ahead.
So again, for Joe Rogan.
What's that?
For Joe Rogan, why did she deny going on his podcast?
She didn't want to.
She didn't want to. Yeah,
I think that was a mistake, honestly. I think she should have.
Correct, she should have. I entirely agree. She also only had one debate with Trump. She wasn't able to get her message out.
Hold on real quick, Mr. Loco. We're going to get Sam introduced. Sam, can you please say age, state, who you voted for?
My name is Sam. I'm 22 years old. I'm from Alabama, and I voted for Democrat candidate Kamala Harris.
Thank you so much. And before I talk to you, Mr. Loco, I know Jenny was talking. Jenny, did you want to say something to Mr. Loco before we get into it?
Oh, I just wanted to say that
I could. Hey, don't be speaking when they ask me to speak.
What?
Like,
huh? I was asked to speak.
What?
That's what happened.
shut your little dick ass up.
Oh my god, I can't. Okay. They're doing blackface.
Lord. I don't have anything specific to say to him right now. I will very soon, but I don't right this moment.
Okay, that's okay. All right, real quick, Wavy, can we get your age, state, who you voted for, please?
Yes, ma'am. 30. Michigan. Donald Trump.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Loco, continue.
You can look at all the publicity stunts that Trump did throughout his campaign, and you can literally see how it easily led to his win.
Have you ever heard of something called the Good Old USA Project?
No, I have not. Please go ahead and describe what it is.
What's that?
I said, can you describe what it is?
Sure. It was our intelligence found it, and it was actually posted on the DOJ website. I can show it to you if you want. It's on my iPad. But it literally was a Russian plan It's a document that the Russians had drawn up, and it's literally a psyops of how to influence the 2024 campaign psychologically. And each point they had on there was every single one of Trump's talking points that he had on his campaign. Like I said, if you don't believe me, I can pull the document up. I can show you the Russian version and the translated version. But I got that off of the DOJ website because I figured as soon as Donald Trump was inaugurated, all that stuff would come down, and I was correct. So that actually helped to influence. Part of that document said that they're going to push this through social media influencers on all of the major sites, the Tube of You, the Book of Face, all of them. And I find that that proves true because we've seen many of those influencers who've gotten in trouble for taking Russian money, and that's a fact.
Ma'am, you're umming a lot. Why should we believe that's true when you're not
Okay,
even
well,
believing?
you can shut up. Okay. Anyway, you can respond, Mr. Loco.
So you're saying that because Trump used influencers, that shows that this is correct?
No, I'm telling you, he had the most amount of pull for the public because there was there was a Russian psyops that literally was operating through him to influence the contest. I'm telling you that that's a fact, and I can show you the document.
I mean, I'd have to look at it myself. I'm not going to look at it on a panel because that's not enough time to even look at it, to be honest with you.
Okay, well, if you want to, drop me your email and DMs. I'll send it to you on email.
You can just DM it through my thing so I can actually look at it. I'm not going to.
Can you get PDFs through a DM?
No, but you can easily send anything that way. Like you can just post a link to the PDF and it can come up.
I told you they took it down from the DOJ website. I had to download it and I have it saved on my iPad.
Yes, but you can also, again, just post a link to a PDF and it'll come up. You know that, right?
Like on my own stuff?
Yes, you can literally post a link.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay,
Yeah,
well then I'll
download...
DM you the link. I'll have to figure out how to do it, but I'll do it.
Yeah, so, and again, I'll gladly look at that. I don't mind looking at any kind of sides of anything. I gladly can say that, you know, over the past few years, I don't mind saying that Trump also is bad in certain areas and he's good in other areas. Like, he's going to be a lame duck president if the midterms go the way they look like they're going, and that's going to be it at the end of the day.
Okay.
You can say that he's the worst president in the world by all means, but I can gladly pull up two other presidents who have been way worse during their times in the country than him, and it's not Joe Biden. I'm going to say that right now.
Okay.
So you're stumping him for him being the third worst president in history. That's what you're stumping for.
No, I'm pointing out that there are other people who have been way worse. We can gladly say Trump is one of the worst.
Sounds like you're stumping for him being the third worst president in history to me.
I mean, if that's what you want to think, sure, go ahead. But at the end of the day, we will have different views.
That's what you said.
No, I'm saying I have two other examples of worst presidents, if you want to go with that.
It's about the same thing.
Ma'am,
I'm sorry, never mind. Sorry, never mind, go ahead. I was just going to say Bill wasn't loading in, but they dropped down. Go ahead.
The other thing I was going to say is the reason Trump won is because he used Bernie's talking points. He talked about affordability, and then he didn't provide affordability for his base, because actually his base are the people who are going to hurt the most in this economy, which is the working class.
Correct. Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump did have a lot of the same talking points, which is why they also never put Bernie Sanders up in the Democratic Party, because the Democrats don't like him.
I think that's not. I think that Bernie got mistreated by the Democrats, is my opinion. And big money played a part in that. I don't think Bernie was treated right at all. And it was not fair.
And the DNC, Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
See, I can admit the wrongs of the party that I stand with.
Everyone can. I hope they can, at the end of the day.
Well, then let's hear some of yours.
Gladly. I can say that I don't agree with the fact that we went into a war with Iran.
Oh, okay. You already said that. Sorry.
So you're asking for it. That's one. That's one of the biggest ones.
Trump was disingenuous with the talking points that Bernie had. That was my point.
But they still have the same talking points.
Real quick, do in the comments, Bernie Sanders is an independent, but he caucuses with the Democrats because he aligns with a lot of socialist ideas. So real quick, I do want to introduce Real. Real, can you give us age, state, and who you voted for, please?
Yeah. I'm 35.
Okay, and state and who you voted for?
Oh, from LA. Voted for Trump.
Okay, Slay, would you like to talk to Real?
Why'd you vote for Trump? Another one that don't want to speak to me.
Real. Are you there?
Yeah, hello?
Are you like invested in this
I'm here.
conversation, or are you just like there?
No, no, I something.
Okay.
I'm trying to get these damn mosquitoes off. You said what?
Host asked you a question.
Slay, yeah, what's going on, man?
Why'd you vote for
Trump?
Trump?
I voted for Trump all 3 times.
Jesus Christ. Why did
Why
I
vote? Because Kamala, and I purposely mispronounced her name. Kamala would have been detrimental to the place. She would have been detrimental. Say her
name, if you're going to either say her name,
her name is Kamala,
or you're going to,
and she's not
goodbye. Goodbye, Real. You just got a boot in your ass.
He's out there getting that West Nile.
I hope he does get it.
Jeez, oh man. All right, real quick, for those of you listening, please tap the screen. Let's get our host up to, let's say we'll make it a goal, 50K likes. If you like what you're hearing, please feel free to gift the panel and the host. Please remember to use TikTok-friendly language. We do not want to get the live violated. We want to have respect for this space. And if you come up and you're a jagoff, well, then you're probably going to get dropped. So, okay, we have one person that just came up here. Bronco, are you loaded? There you are. We got Cooper and Bronco. All right, there's an echo, so I muted you. Cooper, can you tell us your age, state, who you voted for, please?
26, Florida, DJT.
You said 26, Florida, DJT?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we've talked to you before. Okay. Slay, would you like to speak to Cooper? Slay?
Yeah, why'd you vote for Trump?
Who's upholding masculine values. We put a prosecutor in there. She's going to be in there to subjugate men and our principles. And I just don't think that would further society as a whole. Because I already know his policies, so I didn't really vote based on policies. It was kind of who's the normal guy here? Who's going to get us back to reality?
What reality would that be?
The golden age, the lower prices, I can afford shit.
Where's it at?
I can afford stuff. Absolutely. I got a great house, great truck, great wife.
Nobody else can afford anything. Oh, you had to buy your wife. That's understandable.
No, because the money.
Somebody has to buy a wife. That's really bad.
Money is needed in a relationship in today's era.
But
it makes it easier.
No prices have come down. Matter of fact, prices have gone up.
They've come down.
It's even harder to buy a house. It's even harder to buy a house now than it was.
Well, if you have a better job, the incentive would be to get more money, right?
Where are these better jobs at?
I got a better job than I've ever had. I can get them under Biden because they're all stolen by these illegals.
Hey, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. We've lost more manufacturing jobs last year since the Great Recession. I mean, where are all these jobs?
You got to sneak in. You got to network. You got to do your due diligence.
Where are all these jobs you keep saying that he's created? Where are they at?
Go find them. Go get a degree.
They're not existent.
Maybe because you don't work hard enough.
They're non-existent.
They're out there.
Let's just say everybody goes gets these jobs. Who's going to work at that gas station so you can get your gas put in your car?
The
Who's going
Indians.
to work at the grocery store so you can buy? Who's going to work at the grocery store so you can buy groceries?
These high schoolers. These people that are coming up behind me.
There's not enough high schoolers to fill all those jobs. That's
Yes,
millions and millions of jobs. There's not millions and millions of high schoolers.
I go to Taco Bell. It's full of high schoolers.
And there's also grown adults that have to do those jobs.
You have one grown adult that is a manager, and that's it. That's about it.
No, I don't think so.
Wait. I mean, down in Florida, that's what it's like. That's how we operate. It's called capitalism.
I bet it isn't. I
No,
bet if I went to a
called
McDonald's
fascism in
matter of
Florida.
fact, I know somebody who's actually filmed a video inside the world's largest McDonald's down there in Florida. Which you should be proud of. You guys have the largest McDonald's in Florida, in the world, in mid-Florida there. There's plenty of fucking grown adults working those jobs in there. And I mean a shit ton. And these people filmed a video there. And it was more than a multi-day video. Grown adults working there. Where's all those kids? You said that's all you guys do in Florida is just children that work at McDonald's and Taco Bell. And
I'm talking about the general consensus.
but it's not.
Are you down in
get to
Florida?
determine the general
Do you know?
consensus?
It's not the general consensus.
Are you going to every McDonald's down here, or are you just up in north where you're from?
How do you know I'm up north?
So you haven't been down to the deep south, apparently.
How do you know I don't? How do you know I haven't been there?
Because I go to these restaurants. I can see it firsthand.
So you go to a restaurant that's in your neighborhood, and that's what's working there in your neighborhood, and that's supposed to be how it's supposed to be for the entire state of Florida?
I go to Olive Garden. There's these young waitresses from college that are serving me meals. That's just how it is.
I'm sure that's all it is, and there's just girls from college serving you meals.
You gotta understand.
I mean, you do understand. You have to be like 21 to serve alcohol, right?
I said young college girls, so it could be 21, 22, 23.
Okay, so they're grown adults then.
It's not like the actual adult term, but mature adult, but they're...
It is an adult term. What happens if that college girl decides she's just going to fucking stick a pointy thing inside somebody? Is she going to go to like juvenile hall, or is she going to motherfucking prison?
She's going to prison. They don't do that around
100%. Why? Because she's a grown fucking adult.
That's kind of how the world works.
It is how the world works. Not everybody can do... Let's put it this way. There's not enough high-paying jobs out there for everybody to have. Because if everybody had them, then we would. But there's not enough of those high-paying jobs out there for everybody.
You got to understand what you want to do in life to better society as an individual.
And what happens... I mean, you're just a youngster. What happens when all that comes crashing down on you unexpectedly?
You got backup plans. I mean, I got a 4-year engineering degree. I don't even do engineering. I went to the aviation industry and went the pilot route.
Let's run this scenario by you. You're on your way to your great paying job tomorrow. You're on your way. Fucking semi fucking smashes into your motherfucking car. Now, you can't do shit. You're paralyzed from the fucking neck down. It's going to take you years and years and years to get any kind of fucking settlement, if you get anything out of the fucking deal, because you're going to have a shitload of medical expenses.
Well, shit, I'm fucked at that point.
What happens then? You went ahead and there's your backup plan is gone too, because you can't do engineering anymore. So there's your backup plan gone.
I can work in an office depending on the severity of the accident.
You're paralyzed from the waist down, from the neck down. You're paralyzed.
It looks like I'm fucked for life. I ain't doing shit.
Exactly. Where's your backup plan? There you go. You can't. There is no backup plan that covers everything.
I'll sit at home, and you paralyzed. You ain't doing no job.
And then you're going to rely on a woman to take care of you, right?
That's my better half. I'd hope so.
I'm done with him. He's not gonna. He's gonna be really hard to get anything out of. You see where he's at. He's just a youngster. So I tried being nice to him.
Bro, there's jobs out there. You just gotta trust. Either you're not putting in the work or you just believe in propaganda from fake news CNN.
I don't know if we have an order, but...
Well, Slay, let me take him because I know with him on the last panel I was on, and let's just say he didn't know jack or crap about Trump.
All right, let's just kind of keep things brief if we can.
Well, I'll try. Oh, excuse me, I will. So, what type of degree do you have in aviation, Cooper?
I don't have a degree in aviation. Don't need one.
Oh, yes, you do.
To be a pilot? Absolutely not.
Oh, absolutely you do.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yes, you do. And you know why I know this?
It's not a requirement no more.
Yes, I went to school for aviation. And yes, you do need a degree to become a pilot, especially a commercial pilot.
2018, they got rid of that requirement. That's why I went to college in the first place, because I thought I needed a degree. But I already have it, so it doesn't really matter.
So you're saying they got rid of it in 2018. So when did they get rid of it, and who got rid of it? Because I never heard of this.
It happened during COVID. They needed pilots.
Oh, COVID didn't. The C-19 didn't happen in 2018. It happened in 2020. Try again.
Well, they already got rid of that requirement. They were going to get rid of it anyway.
Okay, so anybody that walks off the streets, they can become a commercial pilot. Okay, gotcha.
No, you got to go through flight training. You got to get your requirements, certifications, build your hours to 1,500, and then you go get a job.
Oh, so you do need some type of certification or requirements to become a pilot.
Yeah, that's not a degree. That's called flight school. That's private entity.
Okay, so how does one person become a pilot if they have to go through flight school? Oh, wait, they have to start with small aircraft first and then work their way up to commercial.
Yeah, if you're not in the position I am, go get a loan.
No, you don't need to go get a loan to become a commercial pilot.
To go for school, absolutely you do. Who's paying for that?
Yeah, to go to school. Yeah, you can go to school to become a pilot. I will say that. However, you need to have a certain amount of experience first before you go to the big leagues.
I just told
you don't just jump. You don't just
hours.
No, it's more than 1,500 hours. Believe me. I tried to get a job with one of the major airlines, and they told me, no, you need at least 15 years experience.
Well, once you're at 1,500, you're going to a regional airline at about 1,800 hours, and then you jump to a major at 3,000. But you're at the airlines.
You also need experience more than 10 years to become a commercial pilot.
No, you don't.
Believe me, I read up on this stuff. This is the area I studied.
I have buddies in the airlines. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, you got buddies, just like your buddies in the White House right now, making this country the worst ever.
There's the pivot.
Yeah, that's the pivot, because that's all you MAGAs got is talking points. You don't like to hear the truth. You don't like to hear the facts. All you come up with is alternative facts.
What you guys want to do is just give out handouts to everybody. How about you go out in the workforce and earn it the right way?
Oh, believe me, I've been in the workforce, and I did do it the right way. However, because of certain circumstances, I'm not in the workforce anymore. And besides, getting a job nowadays is becoming more difficult for someone to get a job, regardless if they have any type of degree or certification. It's not there.
How do you know? Have you lived it?
Yes, I have. I'm currently living it. I put in applications every day, every week. And I mean, maybe got like, 2 interviews out of maybe 100 of applications? And yet I still cannot get hired? Well, so what is that telling you there, Cooper? That jobs are not there. The restrictions and requirements for a lot of jobs are harder because it's harder for people to meet those requirements. It's not just something that someone can just magically do in the air.
But the point is, it's not just going to be handed to you on a silver platter. That's my point.
No one says this, nobody is going to hand me a job on a silver platter. Unlike you, like to get your job on a silver platter, I actually have to do the hard work to get that job.
Oh, believe me.
So yeah, with that, anybody else want to talk to him because
I've never failed
apparently
to
he's not getting it either, especially when he found out that Trump's daddy paid for him to go to school.
Real quick.
With that, I'm going to land my plane the right way and let someone else talk to this clown.
We're just going to get the new folks introduced here. My body, my choice. Can you tell us age, state, who you voted for, please?
Yes, I am 54 from Massachusetts, and I voted for Kamala Harris.
Okay, thank you so much. And Bronco, can you tell us age, state, who you voted for, please?
31, Florida. I didn't vote for anybody.
Okay, and then we're going to let the host take it from here, and he'll open the panel when he sees fit. Go ahead, Slay.
Bronco, why didn't you vote?
I left Venezuela back in 2010. Right after Chavez took complete power, and I saw what he did to that country, and I've been watching slowly and quietly what they're doing here, and I disagree with it all. You know, you want to trust your government officials and you want to trust professionals. So, you know, it's some people don't have a choice, you know. Some people don't even speak the language proficiently enough to be proficient or to be useful in a society so advanced as the United States. So we depend on a lot of people to make sure that things are done correctly, you know. So it's hard to say, you know, what the full transition to the Democrat ideals and their values, because they have some pretty strong values, and it's hard to fund those, you know, right out because of the population. But you know, the people that need it sometimes are just, you know, we want to help people, you know, and it's not like us in the center, us that aren't sure, you know, we want to vote, but it's just too much of a. For example, if I would vote for the opposition in Venezuela through the second election term, they purposely sought those people out, and I mean, they went straight through the voter rolls. I mean, I was young, but it's like now I you know, it's like it's pretty obscure the way that they did it, but you know, towards the end of like the final, right after Chavez died, they had an election, and that opposition leader was thrown in jail, and it was a open and shut case, you know. I mean, nobody else made a peep, and everybody else kept quiet, and it's kind of worrying, you know. But I could see it on both sides.
Right, but here's where my problem would come. By not voting, you kind of helped put Trump in office. I mean, and just the things that you were just now saying about what happened in Venezuela, I mean, it's exactly what's going on now. Trump wants our voter rolls. Why does he want them? There's reasons behind, because he wants to get rid of those that are against him.
My grandma
doesn't want us to vote.
My grandma was pro Chavez, and that was basically the opposition. And so it was hard for me to not encourage, you know, see her as a role model, you know.
And but like I said, by not voting, I mean, you kind of just help put him in, and now we're facing. I mean, we're facing the biggest threat to our entire country that we've probably ever seen. And I mean, I'm hoping that our freaking legal system fucking doesn't fail us, and because we're gonna need our legal system to really stand hard. Other than that, Trump wins, and there'll never be any Democrats holding an office any fucking where if he had his fucking way. And I don't know. It just really irritates me because, you know, even if there was things about the Democrats that you just can't get on board with, sometimes you just have to do the humane thing and just hold your nose, and you have to kind of to vote. I mean, I know quite a few Republicans that are actually saying that now, coming up for midterms, that they would never vote Democrat, but because of what's going on, they're put into that predicament to where they have no choice but to kind of go against everything that they feel and vote blue, because that's our only way out of all this at this point. I mean, if it would have been any other Democrat or Republican fucking candidate, a normal Republican candidate going up against Kamala Harris, and they would have lost, or Kamala would have lost to a regular Republican, we wouldn't be doing all this. But I'm almost to somebody who is fascist.
Right. You know, I'm almost lenient to have a moderate liberal, because it's kind of an independent stance. I live in Colorado right now, and it's got a very good reform system for anybody that wants to be a part of society and reform their lives.
All right, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to open it up to the panel. You guys do have a MAGA on one side, and then, of course, we have our non-voter over here. So let's just kind of keep it as brief as we can and respectful. And I do not know who would be next. I don't know if we have an order, but I'm going to go ahead and mute up.
Yeah. If we could just utilize the chat for whoever wants to take a turn, we'll do it that way. So please just raise your hand, and we'll be good. Hey, okay. I thought our panel was full. I guess Bronco dropped. So it looks like Cooper's the only MAGA left. Okay, Riley, I hope everything's okay, hon. But if there's anyone who wants to say anything to Cooper, go ahead and feel free.
Bring it on.
How old did you say you were, Cooper?
26.
Okay. Is there anything you disagree with that Trump is doing?
Hell no.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Go ahead, Disney. You're up.
So you said, a while back that you'd be screwed and your wife would take care of you if you were in a really bad accident and paralyzed from the neck down. Well, let me tell you a little scenario. It's anecdotal, but you should pay attention. A friend of mine who's in the military was coming off base and was hit by a woman who ran the stop sign. He unfortunately was screwing around, going a little too fast, and was thrown about 500 feet, landed on his head, had several strokes, bruised the entire left side of his brain, and is now left paralyzed from the neck down. Guess what his wife did? Walked the fuck out on him. So if you think you're going to have a wife to take care of you, think again, because there's a lot of women out there that are going to do exactly what his wife did.
I mean, if I'm paralyzed like that, I'm basically dead. I mean, there's nothing I can really do. I mean, what's the purpose of life at that point?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. There are systems in place in the United States of America that help you in those situations that are slowly being dismantled, leaving people that are in those situations vulnerable. Wouldn't you want those systems to be in place if that happened to you? Or would you rather be in an institution or asylum where they take advantage of you and abuse you and test you like a lab rat?
I mean, at that point, you might as well just bury me inside the Capitol or something.
They're not going to bury you. They're going to use your body for science. That's what they're going to do.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do.
What I want social safety nets so that folks like that have something to fall back on.
That's what Trump's doing.
You know, when society harms the most vulnerable, that's the end of the society.
No, it's when they try to when someone tries to conquer a society, they remove its strongest warriors, like Trump and Andrew Tate, Charlie Kirk. These big figures that promote
Fascism. That's what they promote. They promote dictatorship, they promote tyranny, and they promote big business and capitalism. We're in end stage capitalism as it is.
That's what I promote. I love capitalism.
Really, really. So when you have to have a wheelbarrow full of money to go get a loaf of bread, are you going to love it then? Or will you be starving on the side of the road?
If I'm starving on the side of the road, I probably deserve it. Probably get up with my 2 legs and do something about it. That's just the way life goes.
You know, your prefrontal cortex is not even fully developed. You are so full of that young arrogance. You think nothing is ever going to happen to you, but it will. Mark my words, because everybody's life goes in different directions, and it'll slap you right clear in the fucking face, and maybe then you'll wake up.
I just have the cerebral ability to predict the future. You guys just are stuck in this right now. What do we have to do now? You got to look.
Talking about the future, my guy, the shit coming down the pipeline, I see it a mile away. I'm sorry you can't. I mean, maybe when it slaps you in the face, you'll see it.
I think it's just white guilt at this point.
Okay, if you say so. I think that's your racism talking. Maybe you should go deconstruct your misogyny and racism.
I'm white too. How is that racist? I mean, if you're having all this white guilt, you might as well slap yourself in the face. I mean, at least be proud of your race. Jeez.
I am proud I'm Italian. Thank you very much.
All right. We got Rowan and then Twisted. Go ahead. Hold on real quickly. Disney, did you land your plane?
Yeah, I'm done. He's not going to learn, like I said, until it slaps him in his face.
Why should I learn?
I get you.
You haven't provided any sort of teaching.
Okay, Cooper. We're moving on. Rowan, you're up next, and then it's Twisted. And then anybody else who wants to come, wants to talk, you need to raise your hand.
Actually, I think Rose was after Disney.
Yeah, that's what she said. Ruin.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misheard.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just asking if I could go to my topic, with him, since he supports everything Trump is doing.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, bet. Okay. So, let me ask a qualifying question. Cooper, I was gonna call you Scott. I don't know why. So, what is your opinion on trans women in the women's restroom and in women's sports?
Yeah, I think you already know my answer.
Answer it.
You need to keep men out of women's sports. You need to keep normal people.
Okay, great. Love that you said that. Love it. Okay, so did you know we're going to go with hormonally? Because biologically, yes, a trans woman has, the stick and bits. So, we're not going to go with biologically, we're going to go with hormonally. So, you understand when a trans woman takes HRT, they lose muscle mass, obviously. They don't gain muscle mass as fast unless they use a performance enhancer, and that goes for any man, woman, trans man. Anyone uses performance enhancing smugs will gain muscle mass, no matter what. So, that being said, HRT actually limits and actually puts trans women at a disadvantage in women's sports. And I can bring up the fact I can't remember the swimmer's name, but she took
Leah Thomas.
She took 5th place. 5th. And she's a trans woman. I mean, that says it all. She didn't have no advantage. And if you want to talking about any kind of advantage between a trans woman and a man is, let's take me for example. I'm 5'6", I weigh 120 pounds. Someone I know is actually taller than me, and she's a woman, a cis woman. Taller than me, meaning she has a longer wingspan, longer reach, meaning she has an advantage over me. So that goes for any cis woman in a sport that is taller, that is heavier, that has a longer reach. Trans women, we don't just suddenly grow, a longer reach and get taller. It's impossible. Doesn't happen. And, going to the trans women into bathrooms, did you know cis men will not sit there and dress up like a woman, will not go through all of the stuff to claim to be trans just to essay a woman in a bathroom. They will go in there and do it no matter if they are dressed up in a dress or just as themselves. They will do it. It takes too much to claim trans and then go do it. So your argument of they don't belong in the bathrooms and they don't belong in women's sports have been now invalidated with statistical facts.
Not really. I mean, you still got a dick. You still got a vagina. You got to go.
Okay, my dick doesn't play sports.
Once your dick's cut off.
Let's not use that language in here, please. Let's use TikTok friendly language, please. Thank you.
Once your
My bad.
pee-pee's cut off, you can't go back.
I mean, okay, that's if I choose to get bottom surgery. That is a whole choice up to me if I get bottom surgery, which is, let's just do the math here. It is up to $100,000 to get bottom surgery. So, do you think a cis man will go and pay $100,000 to do that? Absolutely not. So, that being said, I may still have my giblets, and that's my choice. It doesn't play sports. It doesn't affect what I do in the bathroom besides I stand or I can choose to sit. It's either way. It doesn't affect it. That has no play hormonally with them in the bathrooms or in sports, because women are much more in danger with a cis man than a trans woman or a trans man, because cis men are the ones who perpetrate SA the most. And if you want to say, well, women do it too, it's 0.5%. 0.5%. And that is a statistical fact. And that comes from the U.S. Sentencing Commission. So, I just cited my source. So, what is your argument now that they don't belong in sports and they don't belong in the bathroom? Because I've dismantled everything you could remotely have said.
You may think you've dismantled it, but it's not. It's still the same, man. It's not changing.
Oh my fucking God. Whoever wants him next, I think it's Twisted, and then Harley, and then Queen. I'm done. I've dismantled
Harley
the
can go
whole
ahead and
argument.
go. I have no use for the bigot.
Harley?
Oh, sorry. I was busy cooking. What was the last thing that was brought up?
Trans women in sports and in bathrooms, which I've dismantled his whole argument, and he still doesn't want to concede.
Trannies will be your trannies. It's not changing.
Let's not use that language. Let's not slur. Thank you. Trans individuals.
This is why I said bigot. I don't want to talk to the bigot.
How is that a slur?
That is a slur because it's used derogatorily to trans individuals. I'll let Harley go. I'm sorry.
All you're doing is adding a Y at the end.
No, first of all, that's not how that even goes, but I don't even want to talk to trans topic. I don't. And I saw Resistance had her hand up. If you want to talk about the trans topic, you can. I had my own thing I wanted to talk about, but yeah.
Well, the argument was, what do I disagree with Trump? And there's like, I feel like he hits every talking point, every point he nails down. There's nothing. The only thing I do disagree with him on, I guess, is playing these games with Iran. I mean, I hope he just obliterates them completely.
Okay, look. I'll say this. We should not be over in Iran to begin with. First of all, like, we have no business being in the fucking sandbox. Last I checked, we have enough problems in our own country. We don't need to be destabilizing fucking Iran too. All for what? Oil?
If you think about it, he's not starting a war. He's actually ending the war. It's been going on for years.
Yes, the 20-year war that's been going on since fucking Afghanistan. Yes. Please remind me about fucking Kandahar and fucking Fallujah. Yes, please.
If he doesn't do it, another Republican beta male isn't going to do it.
Look, I mean, we shouldn't have been in fucking. We shouldn't have been over there in the Middle East to begin with. We went over there for what? For what reason were we in the Middle East?
To take away their nuclear capabilities.
Okay, and
regime change.
Oh, regime change. Okay.
Do you agree with all them unaliving gays and women over there for no reason?
No, I don't agree with any of that shit. But guess
why
what?
Trump's in there.
But guess what? I know your ass don't care about them fucking women. I know you don't have a problem with them unaliving gay people.
Oh, I do. I hope they need to get stop doing that.
And is this coming from a heart of gold, or is this just because you want some saving grace for?
Well, I actually have a heart. They're throwing them off buildings.
Yes, you have a heart, but then you go around and you call people like myself and the shit, the T slur. It's like, yes, that you have such a heart of gold, honey. Such a heart of gold. I'm so proud of you.
That's the way I was raised. That's how I was taught.
Yes, and I was raised.
Well, then grow up.
Too, but
Sorry,
guess what?
darling.
1 second, Twisted. I'm sorry, honey. But look, I was raised a certain way too. But guess what? I wasn't raised to call people of color certain stuff. I wasn't raised to call certain individuals certain shit. I was raised to treat everyone with respect. I was raised. Okay. I was raised to. I was raised to treat everyone with respect until they prove otherwise. And yeah, I know you're going to try to say the same thing, like, oh, I've been raised to treat girls like whatever and men like whatever, but come on now, let's be honest. I don't know. It's just, I still think that heart of gold shit is kind of wild.
I'm about to drop. I'm about to head to the gym real quick. I'll see you guys.
Dostavanya, bitch. That's, by the way, that's Russian for goodbye.
I'm sorry I interrupted you, Harley.
Don't worry, honey. Please never say sorry to me if you've done nothing wrong.
That type of that all that is an excuse. That's the way I was raised. That's just an excuse. You know, my grandparents used to say the N word. I don't. I've never said that word. I think it's a disgusting word. My parents and my mother and my mother a couple of times, and my grandparents also used to use the F slur and all that. I think that that's disgusting. I've been called that plenty of times. I've been called a race traitor and the F slur and the T slur.
Sometimes all three of them in the same sentence.
Just real quickly, I'm gonna bring something up. It was funny that he keeps talking about girls and boys sport or men's or men and women's sports and men and women's bathrooms. But he also failed to mention, and this is something Maggie doesn't understand, is if you're talking about women in men and women's bathrooms, what about women in men's bathrooms? You know, if you're going to try to do one side, why don't you do the other? But unfortunately, it doesn't make sense either way. It doesn't matter which bathroom you go into. It's, it's that. And by the way, just to let you all know this, and I just saw a video of this. I guess according to the correspondence dinner last night, he's running for a quote unquote fourth term. That's got to be the biggest joke in the world, saying he's running for a fourth term. That I can't. I find that hilarious. But yeah, it's just. And by the way, Kenton, if you're gonna run that crap down there, why don't you come up here on the panel and talk to us about it?
Oh, can I say something real quick? Just a real quick little thing. Can I just say something real quick if you don't mind?
Go for it. There's nobody. No maggots up here right now.
All right. No, I better, buddy. Oh, or not. Shit.
Harley, you scared him.
God, that got quiet. I was like, did my internet go out?
No, it didn't, Twisted. And that guy, Cooper, that was up here, Twisted, he was in another panel that I was in earlier. And believe it or not, he got schooled by a bunch of people about, how Trump's education was bought and paid for by his dad, but his other siblings went through the regular way. And he had according to what I was hearing on that panel, that Trump had the worst grades in school and still had to buy his way into college. So make that make sense, MAGA.
The thing that I don't understand is they don't care. I mean, they're driven by they're driven literally by their hatred. They hate something. They hate something. They hate trans people. They hate brown people. They hate black people. They hate people that are different than them in any type of way. They're driven by their hatred.
That doesn't surprise me, Twisted, because, every word that comes out of their mouth is like, oh yeah, he's the best thing in the world. No, he isn't. He's the worst, and we all know this. But yet they're going to sit there and buy into his BS. They're going to sit there and kiss his boot and lick his boot and everything else. And they sing songs about saying Trump's my daddy, in which might as well say, yeah, they are. That's 100% true that Trump is their daddy because that's their cult leader. So yeah,
I'm not out here trying to king shame or anything, but I find it weird that all these 20-year-olds are calling an 80-year-old daddy.
No, I agree with you 100% on that, Twisted, because, that's pretty much they're singing about it, and it's like, really? But yeah, you're saying in panels and stuff like that, especially in the chats, they're saying Trump's your daddy, but yet you sing about him being your daddy? Yeah, it doesn't fly. Speaking of Trump supporters, where you at, Trump supporters? We got a box right up here waiting for you.
You know what I say every time they say, "Oh, Trump's your daddy" to me?
What's that?
Now I will say, look, if Trump's my daddy, then I'm all for a little patricide. Yeah, I'm
Facts.
Right now, does anybody have anything to say about any topics or whatnot? Just right now we don't have any maggots up here. As long as we keep it political, we can talk about anything that's political going on right now. If it's okay with you, say, can we just have an open floor or open forum for the people on the panel?
Yeah, as long as we don't get chaotic, yeah.
All right, so it's open panel, so you don't have to raise your hand unless the MAGA comes up. So if you got something to say, just blurt it out.
Well, the New York Times.
May I say something?
Absolutely, my body. Go ahead. No, go ahead, my body. You know me. I love you.
Oh, thank you, brother. I love you. I just wanted to say real quick, as a cis woman, I think that's how it's said, right? When I go into the bathroom at my local Walmart and I see the tea person in the restroom, I know that I'm safer with that person in the bathroom than I would be if the person was not in the bathroom, right? So I don't understand this obsession that these men have with tea women going into the restroom, because I'm safer with them in there. So let them, please, the more the merrier. That's just how I feel, because I know that they're not going to allow something to happen to me, right? So I don't understand the problem. Let them come in, let them be there. I love them, they love me. You don't go to the woman's bathroom. What do you care? Leave it alone. Mind your damn business.
Yep, exactly. And if we weren't such a weirdo type of society, you go to other places in Europe and Asia and things like that, and you can sit here and go to the bathroom, and they go all the way. The stalls touch each other, goes all the way to the floor. It has a real door on it. We're a weirdo society where we have to sit here and have like cracks where people can see whatever the hell you're doing in there anyway.
I bring that forward a lot of the time that people do complain about privacy, right? Because exactly what you said, there's like stalls with cracks in them and the floors go up to the coochie. But yet in Japan and China and all these other countries, the stalls are floor to ceiling.
Exactly.
Okay,
like they'll complain about privacy, but we'll get butt naked in front of each other in changing rooms or showers. It's like, cool. AA Ron, what is your age, state, and who you voted for, please?
51, Texas Harris.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a friendly. I just listening to y'all and the people.
You done messed up, AA Ron.
Sorry about that.
So there's an article online if anybody wants to see, know any news, that there was a car that plowed into people near a Pride event in Berlin, unaliving at least one person. That was reported 18 minutes ago.
Injuring 15 others, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Appeals court rejected Trump's bid to curb mail-in voting in 23 states.
So, I had something that. All right, we know that up in Washington there's a really bad wildfire, right?
Yep.
Why is ICE arresting firefighters that are actively fighting this fire? Like,
arresting firefighters? Why?
That's crazy.
Like, I didn't read the full story on it. Well, I haven't had a chance to read the full story. I think it was put in my mod chat. So I kind of got a little bit of wind on it, and it was like, okay, these firefighters were fighting, doing their thing,
Yeah.
And immigration just all of a sudden, federal enforcement pulled up, and then they start freaking arresting people. Like, can we at least put the fire out first?
Yeah, there's only one reason why that I can think of why they would do that, is because it's an intentional fire. If you'll notice, there's a whole lot of them going on right now. They're not talking about it on the news, It's not just Canada. There's a lot of states right now that are, and a lot of it has been firebugging, if you know what I'm saying.
Interesting. You think that they're actively like trying to sabotage things?
My dad was Army Intel, and the one thing he said, don't you ever trust your government. And at the rate we're going right now, I wouldn't put anything past these effers. Why else would they arrest firefighters trying to put a fire out?
Yeah, I mean that's interesting. And did anybody capture that or report it? You know what I mean?
I reposted it. It's in. If you actually go to my repost, it should be fairly recent. One of my fairly most recent ones because it was done today. So I didn't repost a lot today. So yeah, if you actually go to my page and hit my repost, you should find it, and then you'll be able to look more into it.
Sweet.
Was it because, matter of fact, that these firefighters, when they go into fires, that they come out with black tar or black soot on their face, and they're thinking that they're illegal or undocumented? Is that probably why they're doing this? I mean, this is ridiculous.
That can't be. They couldn't possibly be that stupid, could they?
My body.
Oh yeah, they could.
Administration.
Well, it would just be an excuse because they still live in reality, right?
Look, I mean, I know I just heard someone say they can't be that stupid, but look, let's be honest. And not even now, but like the government has always been. The government has never been for the people. It's always been for themselves. Why do you think that most of the people who are like in the government are actively like millionaires and shit?
Serving themselves.
You gotta remember, everyone, that when they get their 46 days of training, they were told that to ignore the Fourth Amendment and ignore the Fifth Amendment, and just do whatever the hell they want. And by the way, I've been seeing a lot of videos. I don't know if you guys been seeing a lot of videos of this J6er Jake Lang. He's been causing a lot of problems lately.
Yeah.
Wasn't one of the guys who played Superman, not Henry Cavill, but wasn't one of the other, like, not Christopher Reeves? Who was the one in between Christopher Reeves and Henry Cavill? I heard that he became.
You talking about Dean Cain?
I think
Yes,
so.
Dean Cain.
Yeah, it's Dean Cain.
He's conservative.
Yeah, you already know where I'm going with that.
Yeah, you know what else, Harley? All he does is do now more like these Christian movies or B-rated movies now because
I heard about
you know
that.
a lot of believe it or not, a lot of Hollywood now is trying to look at things like a lot of these big star actors. You know, the reason why a lot of their stars are rising. But look at this too. I mean. I remember during the contest of 2024, what did Robert De Niro do? He called Trump a certain name. He said, New York doesn't want you here. And that came out of Robert De Niro's mouth.
Yeah, another person that used to be a semi a good, decent actor that has turned full on MAGA is Kevin Sorbo, and he ended up also brainwashing his son Braden.
I don't know. What is he in?
Well, he was in Hercules series back in the day.
Okay.
Sorry.
He's been conservative for years. For years.
Yeah, but he's been conservative, but he wasn't like that. And now he's just like full on MAGA, doesn't care, like, you know.
Gotcha.
Did you
And
hear?
his son was not conservative, but he ended up and getting him to turn over to the real Christian belief system. And I'm like, oh God.
Did you hear that the guy who played Shazam in the movie, he started making starring in those really shitty Christian movies too now?
Well, he was upset, I guess, that his career didn't really go anywhere else, and he kind of tried to blame it on his beliefs.
Hold on, before we go on, I want to address something in the comment there from this person lost. He put in there the 2 firefighters were in the country illegally. I would like to know where that proof is that that's one of the reasons why ICE went up there and disrupted something that professional firefighters are supposed to do. I want to see that. And also on top of that, if you want to talk about it, come on up here. We'll definitely talk about it.
I know
Drop
that
me
there's
for
no one
now.
talking about it, but it needs to be talked about, and nobody's talking about it right now. Yesterday, there was a man who was being followed by ICE. They ran him over with their car. He was on his bike, and they proceeded to get out and lay 3 shots into his face.
Oh my gosh, where was that?
It was I can't remember, but like I watched the video and told Zoe about it, but like talking about like they hit him. He was obviously very injured because you could tell he couldn't like he wasn't really there, and he was trying to escape, and he didn't have any points or pew pews, and you hear pow 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 consecutively, pow pow pow, and then that was it. So like this is like the third person the ICE agent has unalived this week, and not even an hour after not even like 10 seconds after ICE did this, the police were right there. I think that they're trying to be there to pretend as if like they're trying to get to the bottom of this when they're already there knowing that something's about to happen.
Are you
Like,
talking
there's
about
no
the
way
one
these
in
people don't know anything
Houston?
that's going on. So yeah, he was unalived, and this like not even 45 minutes after, people were coming out in their bathrobes and their pajamas without makeup, and like even old people in their nightgowns were sitting there with picket signs about like, what are you gonna do? Something police. So yeah, like this is Houston. It was in Houston, really relatively recently. Like not even I think it was yesterday or maybe the day
It
before.
says it's on the 7th.
Yeah.
There was literally
It
two.
says it was on the 7th.
Yeah, there was another one too, though. Joan Duran Guerrero, who is a 25-year-old Colombian national. He was authorized to work in the U.S. and ICE officer opened fire during a surveillance operation in Bidford, Maine. And this happened on July 13th. Local residents captured audio of at least 5 pew-pew rounds, and the victim's car was left with multiple cylindrical holes clustered directly in the front windshield. The justification that Home Department of Homeland Security claimed was that the vehicle attempted to flee the scene, and the officer discharged his pew-pew, fearing for public safety, because we haven't heard that one before.
So I want to mention this because this is something that's gone on way too long. All Mega cares about is that they're doing such a great job. They're doing what they're supposed. No, they're not. They're just they're power hungry. All they care about is doing what their daddy tells them to do. They get their marching orders and say, "Hey, go do this because this is what I say." So this is pretty much. This isn't for DHS. This is his private police force. Oh wait, this sounds familiar from back in the
Gestapo.
1930s. Oh yeah, them too. Yeah. So yeah, you give someone a train, you send them through training and give them a badge, and all of a sudden the power goes right to their heads. So yeah, this shit needs to stop because the fact that they keep doing this, and and especially what happened in Maine last week, and you got all this other stuff that's going on. Like, come on, when is enough is enough? When are people going to say, you know what, it's time to dismantle the ice, dismantle ICE, rebuild it to where it's supposed to be, And let's do this the right way. Not to just send them out there with a pew pew and just pew pew anybody, including American citizens. And let's just get it right. Like, if someone's supposed to be doing here, if someone's here that has a background, like a criminal background, yeah, I agree. They needed to go back, but not someone who's done everything right and then all of a sudden go to the courthouse and say, "Oh no, I need you to deny so we can arrest them." That's just wrong. So, what do you mean? Okay, Kung Fu, what do you mean Trump is doing great? If you want to come up here, if you want to come up here, someone could definitely give up a box so you can come up here and talk. That's no problem. Because you know what? He's not doing great. He's not awesome. If you want to come up here, someone will gladly drop down so you can come up here so you can talk about it. Yeah, come on, like we said, come on up here. Yeah. It's not gonna be a 10v1. It's gonna be a one-on-one. You start out with the host, and then people on our panel here will raise their hands and talk to you. So it won't be no 10-on-1. It'll be a one-on-one conversation.
I wouldn't want to talk to you anyways.
It's kind of an exercise in futility at this point, right?
I mean,
yeah, my buddy, we know these are keyboard warriors, so they're too chicken to come up.
Maybe just stop your Discord call and tell your Discord kitten you'll be back, and then talk to us. And let us scared. A scared little keyboard warrior.
Are you one of the reasons why you're here, Kung Fu, is because Grindr crashed again? No? Okay, well, why don't you come up here? Let's have a chat.
Not the literal fucking crickets.
So another big issue is their training. I mean, I think that they should have had more training than what they had already, because they used to train for about 20 weeks and now they're down to about 9 because they reduced the training by so much.
That was wild. Personally, like.
Hi, Mrs. Twisted.
Hey everybody, how you
Hi,
doing?
Mrs. Twisted. How are you?
Hey darling, how are you?
Ooh, I missed you. I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing good. I
Good.
just thought I would come up and talk for a few and say hi to all my family and friends.
Yay, I love you.
I love you too, darling.
Something I realized is that EMTs have to go and spend a couple months for their just for them to get a degree for training, and yet they get ICE gets maybe fucking 42 weeks or some shit. I don't know.
No, ICE gets 9 weeks now. They used to get about 20 weeks, but now they're down to 9.
That's fucked.
And for EMTs, the completion is between 3 to 6 months. And I know that part. But EMTs don't have weapons.
Right, and correct me if I'm wrong, Twisted. If we look back before Trump's administration into all of the events occurring with ICE, the unalivings are minuscule in comparison to each administration. I mean,
Oh yeah,
there was a
absolutely.
release that there's over 81. They're just not giving us the names.
Wouldn't that be including my body, those who are unaliving in those detention centers?
Yes, that could be including that too. And let's not forget the pregnancies, both with women and little girls.
Yeah, I know. We all know what's going behind those closed doors, but yet Maggie doesn't want to talk about it because it makes it look bad on their orange glorious leader.
I think that they still support him because they can relate to the predator far more than they can the prey.
Well, they saw something. You know, they originally voted because they saw something, and a lot of them have stayed with it because they still see something. You know, they see the racism, the bigotry, they see the transphobia, they see the the misogyny. They see the weird old grapey vibes. Uh, and Donald Trump has racism going back that's documented on paper. 53 years. So I mean, like, you know, they saw something. I can drop you down, Mrs. Twisted. I love you. That's my wonderful wife. My body, my choice knows.
She's your lady. Oops, that was off.
Well, I can drop you too, Harley. Oh, never mind. Con- you know, Conservatives have always had a problem in this country. Whether they were conservative Democrats or when they switched over to now conservative Republicans. Conservatives have always had that very bad problem with just allowing people to exist.
Yes, and have you heard of that church that allowed a person who is on the offender list work for not only the church but also the school in direct contact with children? And now there's a family who's come forward that something happened to their child, I believe 5 years old.
Just
So
one
they're. Sorry. Go ahead, Queen.
very quickly. I just want to make one thing perfectly clear. If anyone invites American nationalists up here, I will leave.
Same.
And my body already knows why.
Yes, ma'am.
So there was between 56 and 67 individuals for the person down in the comments that wanted to pivot all the way back to Obama. It was between 56 and 67 individuals that unalived in ICE custody during his 8 years. A lot of those were not. A lot of those were not. Out on the street or in things like that. Like these are. There has been 54 under 5.5 years of Trump. So almost the same amount in 2.5 less years. Does anybody know what the fuck John is talking about?
I don't know. I'm sitting here wondering the same thing.
Last Thursday, that Thursday night freaking announcement that Trump had, and then when he released the papers, it proved that Russia and China tried to help him with the
Right.
election. So yeah, that's what he's trying to pull.
Exactly. Like the papers that he released, all that did was prove that they were trying to manipulate it in his direction. That didn't help his case. Again, he continues to get proved wrong. He still cries about it, and literally, you guys still believe it. Somebody is snoring. Slay, are you awake? Ooh, it might be Slay.
He said he had to
He
step
was
away
going to
from
go
the
do
political
something.
debate. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I read that the stuff that he put on the. And by the way, what he put up there on his White House website just proves that he is not as intelligent as everyone thinks he is. Especially with the fact that he just proved that he's the one who wanted to help in not only in 2016 and 2020, but also in 2024. So yeah, he just pretty much put it out there that he got help from them, but he's trying to blame the other side. So that stuff he put on there is just makes it look like he's just not that bright, or as they always say, is not the sharpest tool in the shed.
I don't know. I think there's someone in the administration that's sabotaging the shit out of him. The ones that release the recordings from the Situation Room and all that other crap.
I can't wait for some of these proceedings to happen. And one of the people I will love to see kicked out of the cabinet, actually, a couple of people I could see released from their positions. One of them being Mr. DUI himself. P, I like to drink like Heck Seth. Cash, I like to party like Patel. And Linda, I got stung by so much by Stone Cold Steve Austin McMahon. Those three need to go, and everyone else should follow behind.
I I have a hard time finding it the fact that people think Trump is intelligent when he actively, like in a courtroom, said, "Oh yeah, I raped Eugene Carroll. Yeah, I think she liked it too." Like I don't think I don't think it's that hard to see that half these people are lacking critical thinking skills. Like he said it himself. He said, "Oh, I think she said she rather enjoyed it." I'm like, bro, tell on yourself. Thank you. But then you have people who are idiots like John in the comments who could be like, it's false liberal democratic propaganda. Bro, he said it out of his own mouth in a courtroom. Like they even drew him saying it. Like why do you think Eugene Carroll would receive $5 million for nothing? Also, $5 million is a sad spend. She should have received more.
Well, that was just the first case. I mean, there's still that's not even the defamation case, because that one is the one that's for like 81 million. He's still appealing that one. The 5 million, that case, he had to pay her that.
The
He
one
wants
thing
a
I want to
source. Let me
know
find the
is
bid.
Trump loves to sue people. Why is he not suing any of these girls or women that had put claims against him? You figure if it was defamation, he would definitely be suing them because he would feel like he would win, and he sues everybody, including our government. So why isn't he suing these people? I'll tell you why. Because then he has to prove that it's defamation, and he's not going to be able to prove that.
Right. He's afraid of discovery, to use
Okay,
legal
hold on,
jargon.
everybody. My body, hold on for 1 second. All right, lost. Each state and who? Oh, I think we all know who you voted for, but for TikTok purposes, each state and who you voted for.
There you go. I'm not a Trump fan. I just 54 South Carolina.
All right.
I have John's source if I may show it.
That's why I want to see the source, please. Please.
All right, hold on.
I don't know if we can't really show sources on TikTok, like videos. Like we can tell them a source, but we can't really show the video on TikTok because it'll get a flag.
Okay, well, the video is the Now This Impact 6:30 Trump testimony resurfaces after SCOTUS rejects his effort to overturn E. Jean Carroll verdict. This is October 19th, 2022. I will read. In fact, I think she said it was sexy. Can I play it, like the audio?
Audio, yes, but not the video.
Okay, give me 1 second. Said I did to her. In fact, I think she said it was sexy, didn't she? It was very sexy to be. Didn't she say that?
So, sir, I just want to confirm. It's your testimony that E. Jean Carroll said that she loved being sexually assaulted by you?
Well, based on her interview with Anderson Cooper, I believe that's what took place. In fact, I think she said... Wow. Holy shit. And then we got... Well, sort of, that's what she said I did to her. She fainted with great emotion. She actually indicated that she loved it. Okay? She loved it until commercial break. In fact, I think she said it was sexy, didn't she? Like, isn't that wild that you're sitting here? Oh, he would never do such a thing, right? Let's not forget the fact that just because someone is enjoying quote unquote intercourse does not mean it's consensual.
You just need to listen to the tape. He didn't admit it. He said that's what she said in a CNN interview. He didn't admit it. He never said that.
Okay, so he said it was very sexy to be raped.
Listen to it again.
Yeah, go ahead and twist that.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Let's go ahead and play it again. Didn't she say that? In fact, I think she said it was sexy, didn't she? It was very... She said it was sexy. What would she say it was sexy about, hun?
Listen to what she said. Let it play just a little bit. He says that's what she said, I think, on the CNN interview.
She said it was sexy, didn't she? It was very sexy to be... Didn't she say that?
So, sir, I just want to confirm. It's your testimony that E. Jean Carroll said that she loved being sexually assaulted by you?
Well, based on her interview with Anderson Cooper, I believe that's what took place. In fact, I think she said it was sexy, didn't she? She didn't deny it. He's sitting there confirming it.
He said that's what she said on the interview. It's two different things.
He still said it.
Everybody, hold on. The host is back. Slay, go ahead. This is a new person on the panel, so go ahead and do your thing.
Oh, no. You guys are already in the middle of a conversation. Go ahead, Strawberry. Continue on.
Like, how can you twist that? Well, here, I'll read it, okay? I'll read the captions. Because there's like quotations and stuff make it important to understand what they're saying, right? So it says, hang on.
Was he not talking about Anderson Cooper?
Sexually abused the writer E. Jean.
Okay, I want to mention to you that a state jury, that the literal judge, he even just recently, like last month, put out an article and he said, yes, I found him liable of sexually assaulting Eugene Carroll. Like, he said, like, the judge pressed charges against him, lost. I don't think you realize that.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, you're not listening to me. He was found to have sexually assaulted Eugene Carroll. Firstly, one, why would she have received any money at all? Had she been lying, that wouldn't fucking happen. That's not how the justice system works, okay? Secondly, excuse me, I'm still speaking, thank you. Secondly, he's mentioned it twice over, right? And the judge that made this verdict of him has came out twice, and he said, yes, he was very much found to have done so. How are you not going to believe, how are you going to sit here and say, oh, I'm American, I love America, and then literally go against like the fundamental of America, which is the justice system and the government itself, which is what Trump is a part of, right? Are you that far of lacking intelligence, or what's the situation here?
Can I respond now? I'm not defending Trump. I'm just saying what you said is wrong. He did not say I raped her. He never said that. That's all I'm saying is he didn't admit that. He said what Anderson Cooper was talking about in their interview with Eugene Carroll. That's all I said. You're getting confused. You know, and it's a civil case, not a criminal. If it was a criminal, he'd be in jail if he was guilty. A civil case, you're only supposed to come up with 51% of the evidence, or whatever, preponderance of evidence is what it's called. So it's not the same as a criminal. Because a criminal case, you got 90% of evidence, where they're almost guaranteed to be guilty or not guilty.
Lost. I got one question for you, bud, and then I'll give it to Twisted. Do you think it's okay to sexually assault people?
No.
Well, you're absolutely enjoying some guy who literally just stated that she enjoyed getting sexually whatever by me. He literally just what the fuck?
He did not say he did. He said this what she said on an interview. Can you
Alright,
not
you want to hear the
understand?
wild thing? You want to hear the wild thing, Lots, what you're listening to? Is
How
the
do you
fact that
never
it doesn't
record?
matter that he quote unquote didn't say it. He still was charged with it. It doesn't matter if he didn't say he did it, he got charged with it. So he did do it.
It's not the point of the charger. It's just you said that he raped her. That's all I'm saying. He never admitted that. Why did they get charged?
That's what you care about? You care about him telling on himself? You don't care
Just
about the
like I
fact that
talked
he
about the two
actually did do it?
firefighters. You got mad at me because I put the 2 firefighters were arrested because they were in the country illegal. Had nothing to do with it. It was just why they were, and everybody jumped on me in the
You
comments
don't
because of
even
that.
know that for sure.
Yeah.
I gave you 25 fucking sources. It's everywhere on the internet. It's everywhere. You just put in 2 firefighters
Okay,
arrested.
Lost, I have
You
a
can pull
question
up any
for you. I'm
source
going to
like.
say something to you. If it was these warehouse buildings that were burning, I guarantee you that none of these fucking ICE officers would have an issue with waiting until that burned building was done with. Do you notice that? All these fucking all of these, yeah, because this is what's going on. All these warehouse fires were going on, right, during the time of ICE. So you mean to tell me that none of these immigrants were arrested during the time that they were being firefighters? But they were obviously are still immigrant firefighters, right?
It weren't ICE that arrested him. It was Border Patrol that arrested him. Because there's something going on with the BLM, the land management group, and these people that were hired. There's more to that story. There's not just they went up and arrested 2 people who were illegal. There's more to that story. But you got to read it. You can't just read the headline where it says 2 firefighters arrested. Well, I'm sorry, but it's true.
There's more to a story, but yet you can't even listen to the one I've already told you.
It was Border Patrol. It wasn't ICE.
Okay.
They don't know that.
I would like to.
And the reason toilets go all the way to the ground in Europe and in Asia is because they squat. They don't use toilets.
What?
Americans, it's an American thing. In Asia and places like the Philippines, they squat on the ground when they take a poop. They do not use toilets. It's unnatural for them.
Okay, but is it natural to have? I see your hand twisted. Is it natural to have like a stall that literally shows my vagina when I sit down in the stall, or like a crotch goblin can crawl underneath it, or see through the cracks of it? Is that more natural? Because in these places, guess what?
You should know why they go all the way to the ground.
All right,
go
ahead, Twisted. I'm not going to continuously being interrupted by a fuck ass idiot. I'm not doing it. Go ahead, have fun, Twisted, or Slay, whichever.
If Slay wants something to say, Slay goes first.
Slay, do you want to have a reaction?
I only had one thing to say. This dude just said in the Philippines they don't have toilets, that they just squat down on the ground and poop on the ground.
But the Filipinos naturally
I just
don't
looked
use
that
I was
up
there.
for you, and they said that the Philippines have toilets. They don't poop on the
Yes, they
ground.
have both because they have Americans and everybody goes back and forth to the country.
Hussies.
But the Philippines do not.
Whoever's
use
next is next.
You dumbass. Have you never been out of the country? Have you? Have you? Have you ever been out of the country?
The absolute weirdness of this guy, Slay looked it up. I looked it up. I mean, if you want to run away, then run away. Like
But
I had something to say.
The difference between Europeans and
Okay, so first of all, here's what happened in that interview. What was said, if you had actually listened to the words, is that he says that he said that Carol said in that interview that she loved it and she thought it was very sexy to be raped. And then when what he was asked, are you saying that she thought it was sexy to be sexually assaulted by you? He said that's what she said. So he did not deny the fact that that's what they were talking about at all. Maybe he did not outright say
Thank you.
that.
Thank you.
Maybe he did not outright say that I did it, but he did not deny it. Number
That's what.
one.
That was
Number
my point.
two, you're trying to split hairs just like MAGA does about the fact that it was civil. The fact is that the statute of limitations had ran out because in this shitty country, we have statute of limitations on assault. So that means that when the statute of limitations ran out, he could not be charged criminally. He would not have been charged at all if he had just shut the fuck up. But he has to run his mouth about everything. So when he started running his mouth about her, she sued him for defamation. And it got to be this whole big thing to where literally they went into a civil court. She had the dress, and they offered him, they gave him like a 3-month window to submit his DNA, and he fucking refused. He refused it until after that time had ran out. Then, when the judge was about to submit his ruling, Trump says, "Oh, guess what? I think I'll submit my DNA." And the judge said, "Fuck no! You've had all this time. You're not going to do that now. We're in the middle of the end of the proceedings." So, if he had wanted to prove his innocence in it, then he would have submitted his DNA on day fucking 1. But he didn't. He didn't want to. He didn't want to try to prove his innocence because he was scared. Third of all, what E. Jean Carroll actually said in that interview is that she specifically said in that interview that she was hesitant to use the specific word of grape. I'm using grape because of TikTok, by the way, to describe her assault because she thought that most people had this idea in their head that being raped was sexy because the culture was saturated with entertainment shows which continually showed grape to gather the audience together. And in that interview, she explicitly clarified that her own experience was a violent struggle, a fight, and was not sexual. But Donald Trump, in his misogynistic, disgusting way, decided that he wanted to sit here and misquote her. So I feel like that it's disgusting for anybody to come up here and want to be a grape apologist. I'm done.
I'm not apologizing for Trump. I'm just saying he never said that. He never said he raped her. That's all I was talking about, that girl. I never said anything about what he did or anything like that. But he never said that. And you even agree with me. You said he may not have said that. You know, he may have been talking about.
I said he did not say that specifically,
I know,
but he didn't deny it either. Now, did he? He didn't deny it either. He also didn't prove his innocence. He had a chance to prove his innocence, and he didn't do that either.
Okay, it's
so
fine.
stop apologizing for
I'm
Trump.
not apologizing for him. I'm talking about the statement. That's all I was talking about, the statement. Not apologizing for him. I'm talking about the statement.
So you're arguing semantics. Got it.
It's not semantics. You got to be correct on all your stuff you're talking about. Just be correct.
Sir, no, you're in denial.
I mean, how old are you? I'm 54 years old. How old are you?
I'm 54 as well. Thanks for asking.
Remember, okay, you're welcome. We're the same age. So you remember Trump was pretty popular back in the 80s. He wasn't just walking around by himself.
Yeah, he was a nasty little playboy, wasn't he?
Whatever you want to say he is.
He frequented Studio 54 or whatever it was. He was a known rapist then, too.
Whatever you want to say he is, that's fine. But what I'm saying is he was pretty popular. There was a lot of paparazzi around Trump back in the 80s.
So are you telling me you're starstruck with Trump?
No. What does that have to do with anything? I'm just saying, for him
You
to
sound
walk
like a fanboy, that's all.
Okay, well then maybe I sound like one. But anyway, to walk into a department store in Trump's stature, there would be no paparazzi, no witnesses, Nobody knows anything about this. Don't you find that kind of funny?
Yeah, well, you're a grape denier. You are a walking, waving red freaking flag, Lost.
How's that a grape denier?
Evidence do you fucking need?
Should we believe all women?
100%. You want to know why? Because 6%, pardon me, 8% of grape accusations are found to be not credible. The rest, 92%, are found to be credible. So, yes, we should listen to women.
I believe all women until they give me a reason not to, and it's all men until it's no men. And that comes from me, a man. So stop fucking simping for semantics on what wordage he used.
You guys are just messed up with Trump. If you use anybody.
Yeah, we're the ones messed up. You're right.
Everything's about Trump. Not everybody's making everything about Trump. I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm just saying, when you put facts on the case, there's got to be facts. There's got to be something there. How come she didn't remember when it happened? They could never narrow it down to a month or a day.
Hey, I don't know when I was graped. Does that mean it didn't happen?
No, it doesn't mean that. But you got to know.
What's your point, sir?
You know what? I feel the need to point out a video here. Okay, so there was a video that I watched, and I'm going to describe the video instead of playing it because I don't want Slay to get a flag. But in this video, the cop was badgering the woman, saying, "Did you fight back? Did you struggle? Did you call for help? Did you do these things? And if you didn't, why not?" And the husband, who was racked with guilt and grief because of what had happened to his wife, picked up a sharp object and put it to the man's jugular and said, "What are you thinking right now? What is it that you're thinking about? I can tell you what you're thinking about because you know that the logical part of your brain knows that I'm not going to hurt you. But what takes over in that instant when you fear for your life like that, that is pure amygdala. That's that part of your brain that takes over. And all it is screaming to you at every single point in time is to survive. Survive no matter what. That is what it's telling you. So see, for you to sit here and try to say, why didn't she remember this? Why didn't she remember that? It is called motherfucking trauma. It is called trauma. And if you have ever actually been through trauma, you would know that you're not going to remember the day or the hour precisely when something horrifically horrendous, abhorrent, disgusting, vile, evil, and literally what takes away a part of your soul happens to you. You won't remember that exactly. The more that you come up here, the more time that passes while you're up here and talking, the more I am disgusted by you.
Hey, Rafi.
What's good? Um, so I mean, I guess I'll just go ahead and introduce the new person, and then I'll say what I gotta say. Hydro, you there?
Yes, hello.
Like, I appreciate you. Can we just get your age, date, and who you voted for?
Um, 27 and neither.
I appreciate you. We will definitely, and I'll talk to you. Well, the host will talk to you in a second, but I'm just gonna talk to him off speaker. Just give me a second, all right? So, Lost, real quick. I just wanna understand because you did come up here kind of touting that, the real reason that you're up here is to talk about semantics and you wanted to talk about, if we're going to talk about the truth, then we have to make sure that we use the truth and things like that. But somehow this got twisted into a conversation about Eugene Carroll and the legitimacy of the trial. So I'm just very curious, do you believe that Trump is guilty in the Eugene Carroll case, or should I correct myself, is civilly liable for SA in the Eugene Carroll case? Do you
He
believe
must
in
be
that or
because the
no?
jury said he was. He must be because the jury said he was.
Okay, I just want to make sure because there's a lot of defending Trump's side in regards to your narrative, even though you said that you're just up here to argue the verbiage that was being used, but then you're saying, why wasn't she showing this evidence and why wasn't this person? So there seems to be a lot of argument against the case from you, which is why I'm asking this clarifying question.
Because the panel
You
put me in
understand?
that spot. The panel has put me in that spot. That's why. I'm
Okay,
not trying to defend Trump. I'm not at all trying to defend him. I'm just saying what happened and what's been out there in the with the case. But that's all I was saying. It wasn't trying to defend him or Ray or other people, guys that are bad people in the world. But I'm not an apologist by any means.
okay. So you also believe that he is deserving of that being civilly liable of that, right?
If that's what the jury said, then yes. I don't know the case. I can't gotta go by what the jury says.
Okay, so you don't know the case just to be able to talk on it.
I know the case, but I don't know every asset of the case. Do you?
Yes, I know a lot about this case.
Now, do you know all of it? Do you know every part of that case?
All that's public, yes.
Okay, so you don't know everything, but you know all that's public. That's what I'm saying. I don't know everything because I don't know. Nobody does except for who was there at the case.
Yeah, so regardless of the amount of information that you know, if it's 100% or 50%, you still have enough information to be able to form your own personal subjective opinion, right?
In my
Regardless, we're not really talking about an objective anything right now. We're talking about a subjectivity and moral subjectivity in that. Now, again, you can just say that you want to rely on the court, right, and everything like that, which is at the end of the day objective. However, we're not asking you if you believe in the courts. We're asking you if you believe in the evidence that you have reviewed. Now, if you haven't reviewed enough evidence to be able to form your own subjective, moralistic narrative and point on it, then that's fine. But then at that point, don't say anything past the verbiage that anyone is using because you don't know. However, if you have formed your own opinion that has nothing to do with the courts, but has to do with your own personal moral standing, then we can have a conversation about it. Does
so
that make
what?
sense?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying. So, from what I know, what evidence was presented in court that this happened? Besides E. Jane Carroll's deposition, whatever defense.
Okay,
What
so real quick before we dive into this, I just want to make sure: are you gathering this information to form an opinion, or are you gathering this information to oppose an opinion?
Neither. I just want to hear what the evidence is.
So it's to form an opinion.
Okay, form an opinion.
Beautiful. Okay, so respectfully, Lost, I invite you to go ahead and just look up the court documents because they're going to be a much better source of information than I am,
Okay.
as I'm just going to be a middleman of information. So if you do want to learn about it, and that is something that you want to do, please feel free to go and look that up. But
I
if we're going to
will.
talk about again the moral standing and where we currently stand about it, that's a different conversation than me telling you information about it for you to then be able to make an opinion, so then you can make an argument.
I
That's
try
just
not.
you
I
can go
try not
look
to
it up
make too
yourself
many
respectfully.
moral. I try respectfully. I try not to make too many moral comments because everybody's morality is different. It's
Well, yeah, I understand, but the E. Jean Carroll case at the end of the day is subjective and moral based, right?
well. I have to read up. I'm glad you told me I have to have the court documents. I will read it.
I want you to understand that at the end of the day, the courts don't even have 100% of the information because that is, by
No,
definition, impossible. So,
because
your
the lawyers keep
own.
a lot of it out. The lawyers keep a lot of it out. You know.
Yeah, no, I completely understand. But again, regardless of what the lawyers say, they can still lie. They can still make their own points. So it's important for you to make your own decision, and that's called the court of public opinion. That's the entire point of you having your own opinion about the things that come out in regards to the courts. That's why we have that information. Now, past that again, Lost, I invite you to go ahead and look all that up if you want to have this kind of conversation. However, if our argument's only going to be about the verbiage, we already landed on the verbiage, and we're
Yeah.
going to land at the verbiage and stay at that. We're not going to get into this weird question about what happened and who did what and when did they turn it in, because you can look that up and then we can have that argument. Now,
I'm
with
good with
that,
that.
beautiful. With that, I'm going to pass it on to the host so the host can talk to Hydra.
All right, Hydra, why'd you vote for Trump?
I didn't vote for Trump or Kamala. I liked him back in 2016. He sounded okay, but then I don't know. He seemed to start serving Israel more than America.
Alrighty, I'm done. Who's next?
I have one question. Are you going to vote in the midterms?
I don't think voting matters until they give us the full Epstein list unredacted, until we hold people accountable for diddling kids. They're all accountable. They're all in on it. That's why they're all hiding it, keeping us distracted with wars and World Cups.
Okay, one, supposedly. Two, the World Cup has been in place for like 12 years.
Yeah, pretty convenient timing for them to release the Epstein files while it's happening.
Yeah, at East, I want you to be very clear. Easting was found to be in that after they announced the United States were going to be hosting it.
All I'm saying is that it's pretty suspicious how anytime Americans have problems, every politician passes bills to help Israel rather than their own people.
It's pretty suspicious that every time someone gets elected, the weather changes. Everything's suspicious if you want to put it that way. But respectfully, let's not go off of some weird allegations and some, possiblies, maybes. Let's do objective things here.
Oh, it is objective. Have you ever gone to AIPAC's Twitter? They openly brag about how they had mostly 80% of Democrats win their campaigns that they funded.
Beautiful. If you can go ahead and get me a source on that, I'd love that.
Oh, just go to AIPAC's Twitter. It's right there.
No, you made the positive claim. You have to go and get the source. I'm not doing the homework for you.
Oh, no, that means you have to do the homework. I already gave you the source. Just go look for AIPAC's Twitter.
Okay, so again, that's not how sourcing works. That's not how making positive claims work. I appreciate you though. Dog Dad, that's on you.
So is Hydro is he a Trump supporter or what?
Ask
No.
Hydro, because Hydro's being confusing about it.
Both Democrat
Are
and
you a Trump?
Republicans are
Did you vote
controlled
for
by
Trump,
AIPAC.
Hydro?
Both sides are controlled by AIPAC to serve
I
Israel.
did. That's not the question, sir. That's not the question I asked you. Did you vote for Trump?
No, I didn't vote for Trump, nor I didn't vote against him. Neither
So you didn't
side
vote at
is
all.
for the people. Both sides are part of a puppeteer theater show.
You didn't vote at all?
No.
So you do realize that your non-vote literally helped Trump get in office.
Doesn't matter whether I voted or not.
It does matter, sir. I hate to tell you this, but it does matter. I mean, I don't.
Israel.
It does matter because Trump literally won by less than 2%, and your non-vote literally helped him get in office. I really don't care what you think, but that's a fact. You can look this stuff up, man.
I used to be a liberal Democrat, then I became a conservative Republican.
I mean,
and
do
then I
you
realized
like
that
what's
both
going
sides
on?
are
I mean,
now I
I'm
realize
just curious.
both
Do you
sides are
like what's going
controlled.
on?
Both sides are controlled by Epstein.
I don't care about
honeypot
that. That's not what I'm
situations.
asking you. That's not what I'm asking you, Hydro. Do you like
They're
what's
sending
going
us
on?
to kill innocent people.
You helped this happen.
Doesn't matter whether he won or not. The show must
It doesn't
go on.
doesn't matter. Do you honestly think that if a Democrat was in office right now, we would be literally at war with Iran? No, we would not.
Iran is just part of the checklist of the clean break memo.
Do you answer the question, sir? Do you think if a Democrat was in office right now, we would be at war with Iran?
No, but we were at war with Libya, Syria, Iraq,
No, we were not.
Afghanistan.
No, we were not.
Under Democratic.
That is a lie. That is a fallacy. That's a lie.
Obama and Trump.
We were not at war with
They
Libya.
all went to Israel to touch the wall. They're all part of one system. It's to create a greater Israel project. That's why they're killing so many innocent people. They're destroying the.
Are you a conspiracy theorist? Is that what this is?
Have you read the Epstein files? Epstein literally said
Yes, I have.
trafficking is how the Jew makes money, and that the goy suffers the economic consequences.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I just went over to his profile. I invite anybody else to do so, but he gonna stay on mute until anybody else tells me whether or not it's worth talking to him. I'm gonna keep it so buck with y'all.
What's on his profile, Rafi?
The first thing I saw, I scrolled down heavy. First thing I saw is why do JEWSs still exist? It's the first thing I saw.
Oh, So we're a Zionist. He ran.
No,
Typical.
anti-Semitic
Yeah,
as
yeah,
a
anti-Semitic.
mother,
Yep.
No, I kicked.
Yeah.
anti-Semitic as a mother. Oh my God, he had a picture of CK up there talking about the JEWS as well.
I apologize to anybody who was trying to talk to him. I just
No, no,
that
don't
that was yeah,
apologize.
that's on me.
No, you have no reason to apologize, sir. Please. I respect everything you say, Rafi, and you have no reason to apologize.
By the
Shout
way,
out
I
Slay.
just wanted. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was just saying Slay said he kicked him. I said shout out Slay.
Absolutely. So Sausage in the comments tried saying that in a 2024 interview, Kamala Harris said that she would do the same thing. So we would be still in a war. No, she actually did the exact opposite. She said absolutely not. She would absolutely not have started a WR with that. She was for a two-state solution. So you can miss me with that BS. Oh, we got a new band. Aztec, eighth state, and who you voted for?
Good evening. I'm against MAGA, and Trump is the worst president of our life on earth. I can explain it if you give me a few moments.
Well, that's up to the host because Slay talks to you first. So go ahead, Slay.
No, thank you.
It's to me. It's about me, but
I don't. I mean, I think we all. Most of us up here pretty much agree that Donald Trump is probably one of the worst human beings who exist since Schmittler decided to
if you
take
ask me,
some.
I can ask it.
Okay, I'm not
I can
talking. I'm not
answer.
talking. That's cool.
I have the voice.
Aztec. Sir,
Yeah.
we asked you 3 questions.
Okay, I'm
We
from
wanted to know
Ukraine.
who
You can ask me 3 questions.
first
I'm
of all, we
from
need to know
Ukraine.
your age, sir. What is your age?
37.
Okay, thank you.
I'm 37 years old and I'm from Ukraine.
All right. Unfortunately, gee, I hate this too. All right, y'all. We have a really nice crowd in here. I really hate to do this, but I have to do a restart, or we're going to lose the live stream. If you're not following, please follow. Once the live stream ends, count to 5, refresh the page, come back in. I'm sure we will attract a bunch of new MAGA coming in also. Like I said,
How
I
exciting.
apologize for this, but if I don't restart, I'm gonna lose my stream.
Thank you guys. That's all.